there's always a lingering fear with every writer, I think, that no one is interested, no one cares. Sometimes we're afraid of not being good enough to match like our own expectations. A lot of fears are just like things that you can overcome. They're just obstacles that I think maybe you've set up for yourself. I think it's just like psyching yourself up to beat the fears that yourself have probably set up for yourself. Writing is often a very lonely pursuit. Sometimes we need to step out of our own heads and see what other people are doing. And you can do that in a number of ways. You can read and see what other writers are doing. And sometimes you can also form community with other writers. You kind of have to be a little bit selective in that sense. You kind of want some really good, talented people who you can trust to because it kind of like ups your game. You know, if possible, get people who are better than you to like be part of your group, because then you can like totally like like learn from them. People talk about writer's block and things, and it's a part of writing. Like there will be times and phases where you're not able to commit yourself or answer to some expectation. You have to sort of like think about how you value that work and how much of the outside world do you want to like let seep into your own work. Writing has often been compared to driving down a dark road with only the headlights to show you what's in front of you, and you just keep on driving and seeing what the headlights reveal and persisting. Think of a character in the same way as you think of almost any relationship that you make. You start off by sort of like maybe meeting someone for the first time, then you kind of see them again and maybe just like learn something new about them. And then you meet them again and they tell you something more and you're like, oh, this person is semi-interesting. The more you focus and work on a character, the more they reveal themselves. You're just familiarizing yourself with someone. And like the more that you write about a character, the more you know them and the more that you can easily get into how they feel. I think that being from an immigrant family, writing is definitely not like the first career choice that most families have. People mean well. They're just not familiar with what you want to do. They're not familiar with this thing that you're writing possibly, and that's okay for me. I think for me it's been about like myself as the primary audience, like as I was saying. So by just reducing that audience to just one person who matters actually the most, you're kind of like shrugging off the doubters automatically. And you will have your own biggest doubts. You don't need anyone else to doubt you for you to like really feel uncertain about any of this. I think I constantly come across books that change my views on fiction, and I think that's the important thing about being a writer is you have to also be a really good reader, and then when you do that, you keep on learning from other writers. You keep on, picking a book up, expecting something but finding something different, and also sometimes picking a book up, finding something awesome and thinking, oh, I should have done that. So I think there's just so many books, and hopefully you'll find many books in your future that will just constantly change the way you think about writing.